The city was in flames. Alien creatures, part beast, part machine, roamed the streets, tearing through everything in their path. Kael moved like a shadow, his massive form cutting through the enemy with terrifying precision. Ellie clung to him, her golden light flaring as she guided him to the strongest energy signatures. "Left!" she shouted, and Kael pivoted, his jaws snapping around a reptilian creature twice his size. With a single shake, he tore it apart. "Behind us!" Ellie warned, and Kael dodged a blast of energy that would have vaporized them both. She spun around, her hands weaving a barrier of golden light that deflected the attack. Their synergy was uncanny, as if they had fought together for years. But the enemy was relentless. More and more Beast Clan soldiers descended from their ships, their weapons glowing with deadly energy. "We need to take out their leader," Kael growled, his voice reverberating through Ellie's mind. "He's the one controlling this invasion." Ellie closed her eyes, her divination reaching out. She saw a massive ship hovering above the city, its core pulsing with a dark, malevolent energy. "There," she said, pointing. "That's where we need to go." Kael didn't hesitate. He surged forward, his powerful legs carrying them through the chaos. But as they neared the ship, a figure stepped into their path, a towering Beast Clan warrior, his armor gleaming with blood-red light. "Kael," the warrior sneered, "I've been waiting for you." The battle was fierce. Kael and the Beast Clan leader clashed in a storm of energy and steel, their movements too fast for the eye to follow. Ellie stood back, her golden light weaving a protective barrier around them. But she knew they couldn't keep this up forever. "Kael, his core is in his chest," she shouted, her divination revealing the warrior's weakness. Kael lunged, his claws tearing through the armor. The warrior roared in pain, but he wasn't finished. He raised his weapon, aiming it straight at Ellie. "No!" Kael roared, throwing himself in front of her. The blast hit him square in the chest, sending him crashing to the ground. Ellie's heart stopped. She knelt beside him, her hands glowing as she poured her energy into his wound. "Don't you dare die on me," she whispered. Kael's eyes fluttered open, his green gaze locking onto hers. "You're just like her," he said softly. "My queen." She had the same light. Ellie's breath caught. Memories flooded her mind, visions of a silver-haired woman standing beside Kael, her golden light shining like a beacon. I remember," she said. "I was her." Kael's eyes widened. "Ellie?" But there was no time for explanations. The Beast Clan leader was advancing, his weapon charging for another attack. Ellie stood, her golden light blazing brighter than ever. "This ends now." With a wave of her hand, she unleashed a torrent of energy, shattering the warrior's weapon and sending him flying. Kael rose beside her, his form shifting back into the massive black wolf. Together they charge, their combined power overwhelming the enemy. As the Beast Clan leader fell, the ship began to collapse. Ellie and Kael escaped just in time, watching from a distance as the vessel exploded in a burst of light.